Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Queen Sugar. So today I have a reading that looks into what is this person working on to love you better. So this could be someone that you're currently in a relationship with. This could be someone that you've dated in the past. This could be someone that you haven't met yet. And so now when you do meet this person, this is what they have worked on to be a better partner, to be a better person. Okay. So take a moment to just kind of relax. You know the drill. Let's take a deep breath in. And take a deep breath out. And allow the energy of this person to guide you to the pile or piles that best represent the messages for you at this time. Pile number 1 is the More Than Friends card. Pile number 2 is the Words of Affirmation card. And then pile number 3 is the Old Feelings card. Once you have selected your pile or piles, feel free to click the timestamp below to watch your portion of the video. As always, I appreciate the love and the support, and I wish you all the best. Hi, pile number 1. This will be for those that selected the More Than Friends card. So let us get into your oracle cards here and just get a feel for like what this person is working on to love you better. So your first card is Decisions and Choices, Wisdom, Seduction, and then Deepest Desire. All right, so the first thing this person is working on is making better decisions in life. So we know the saying, if you know better, you would do better, right? And so this helps when it comes to this connection because you know they will feel as if they're making the best decision for both of you when it comes down to it, you know, and you will feel like they're making the best decision whenever it comes to a point in time where someone has to decide, like, what are we about to do when it comes to our, you know, when it comes to moving? What are we about to do when it comes to, you know, us getting a home together? What are we going to do with our finances type of thing? And so I feel like with this card being here, this shows us this person is definitely doing better in terms of like thinking about what matters. They're, you know, doing a lot of self-care. They're doing a lot of self-help, you know, books, maybe even therapy. They're reconnecting with themselves in a way that they haven't before. And that's definitely something that you really value and appreciate with this person as you kind of get reintroduced to them, is what I'm picking up as one of the first things here too. And then, you know, if they notice that like you aren't having the best day and they have like a little extra time, they would do something sweet to cheer you up, and or just be like a listening ear if you needed to vent. So it's like making the decision of like, do I, you know, go out and hang out with my friends, or do I stay home and talk things through with my significant other because they're having a rough day and they might need some advice. They might need like a listening ear type of thing, you know. And you're also infusing them with wisdom as well, and they're infusing you with wisdom as you have conversations with each other. And I just get like, it's the thoughtfulness this person shows that's attractive, and attention to detail that you really appreciate now. Another thing I see with this person has either started, like I mentioned before, going to therapy sessions or connecting, maybe even connecting with like a mentor to help them work through some things. I'm hearing like father issues, and so they are learning and healing through some of that pain which was inflicted onto them as they were a child or a young teenager. I feel that there may be some sacral chakra blockages, either both of you or just them, that may be finally healing or just being balanced out. And this allows better intimacy with you both individually, but also as a unit. You two may even like start trying out new tricks in the bedroom, or just like, you know, you feel, how do I word this? You feel relaxed when it comes to intimacy, and maybe things are more pleasurable than what they were in the past, is another thing that I pick up here on terms of like what they're working on. I also see this person working on understanding their love language, and then like your love language, or love languages and communication languages. Now, so you just kind of made up that phrase, communication languages, but honestly, it's a good thing to learn. So like, how does this person like to communicate? Do they want to talk every day or on the phone? Do they prefer in-person conversations for serious topics? Like learning each other's preferred style communication languages is helpful, because it lets you know how you two work together when it comes to communication. So that could be something that they're learning about themselves, like, hey, I really value face-to-face conversations on heavier topics versus, texting it out, right? And so now you know this about that person, and then they know this about themselves, and they also are invested in learning it about you as well too. So if you are mad, if you are mad, are you a person that needs some hours to cool off, right, before you talk about it? Or are you someone that can just start talking about it? So it's like you start to learn the different languages in the way that you all kind of have this conflict resolution type of thing when it comes to this connection. And they are really learning the different love languages and styles, so they know how to best respond to you. So this is something they may have even purchased the 5 Love Languages book, or just like, I said before, connecting with the mints or connecting with a therapist and really getting to the nitty gritty of like, what does that mean for them, and what would that mean for this connection with you as well. Now this next message I'm getting is just literally for like a couple people, so you can either tune out this part or listen to it, see if it connects to you. But it seems that some of you dated this person in the past that may have had a wandering eye, or it just wasn't ready to settle down. And it seems what this person has worked on is sitting with themselves and recognizing that they want a long-term relationship, and then they recognize that they no longer want to play games or have casual sex or dating connections anymore. Like, it isn't worth it. So that's something to be mindful of. If you know that works for you and that resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't, leave that portion of, the message. So yeah, this is what I'm channeling in terms of what this person is working on. So now let's get into some like signs, signs or like time information about, you and this person's connection. As I say that, we get the angel numbers confirmation, number 14. Notice the different angel numbers on here: 12, 12, 11, 11. And so this might be things that you start to pick up as this connection is getting deeper, as it's, just leveling up. I'm also seeing 2727 as a number too. I'm not familiar with the exact meaning of 2727 in terms of angel numbers, but you can definitely look it up. And so this shows us too that this connection is something that you have been patiently waiting on. So I get that with the angel numbers confirmation card, that just lets you know, like, okay, this person is coming in during this time, or you all are getting closer and closer to connecting in a way where you all are both in sync, in alignment, but also you see the signs of synchronicity. You also see that things are just moving in the direction that you always hope for, and you're receiving the guidance and the how do I write this, like the maybe like just basically the guidance, the GPS system is guiding you all to each other and for better alignment along the way. But also it shows you that you are in alignment along the way too. So now we're going to get some love messages from this person, and then we'll be done. We have our prayers have been heard. This is a blessed union. So I feel like with this, our prayers have been heard. This lets us know like this person has definitely been working on themselves. They've been praying to be a better version of themselves. They've been praying to heal, to reconcile with you, but also to work things out with themselves and with their family, or maybe people who have wronged them in their past, like family members, friends, whomever. And so that healing has allowed them to really be available, to be emotionally available to you, but also ready for commitment too. Let's get some more. We have I may not always have the right words, but I always look at you with loving eyes. So this idea in the past, like, they may have not known what to say in the past, but that goes into how I talked about the communication styles, right? They may have not known what their communication preference was, or your communication preference style was, but now they have a better understanding, and so they're able to, one, say the right things to you, but also keep loving you, keep appreciating you. So that's something I want to say too. It's like, I've always loved you. I may have not always known how to express it or how to show it, but I've always loved you. So that's something to know as well too with this person. We have, I'm working on letting my guard down. So that was something I just mentioned too. This person learning to be vulnerable, learning to process the different feelings that they might have and opening up, being, receptive, being emotionally available, being physically available. So like I said, they may have had some issues within their childhood or as a young teenager, and that caused that guard to be let up, that caused that guard to just exist. And so now this person is ready to let it down. We have our souls are so happy to be together. So this lets us know this person definitely appreciates the time, the conversations, the community that you all have together and have built together, and they look forward to building more of that with you. We have, I admire your drive and your ambition. And so this lets me know that this person really appreciates the way that you just are active in your life. You go after what you want. You don't wait. You're passionate, and they admire that. And also too, I feel like with the I appreciate, when I say like I appreciate you, and then them saying, they admire your drive and your ambition, this goes to that decisions and choices card, in the sense of you just have this wisdom and this intuition that is helpful when it comes to making those type of decisions and choices, and they love that about you, right? They know that they have a good partner when it comes to those type of things. Let's see what else we get. We have, I understand how special you are, and I will do my best to show my appreciation. So once again, this person recognizing and valuing who you are as an individual, as you are as a soul, and doing their best to appreciate you, to show you like you matter to me. I may have not always known how to show that or express that in words in the past, but I want you to know that you matter, and that, you are heard, you are valued. We have, you're my best friend. So that's funny because we have the more than friends card as your your topic card. And so with that being said, it shows us too, this person can confide in you. They can, talk things through with you. They can trust you with their feelings. They can trust you, in a sense, with their life. We have, I look forward to spending my life with you. So this person sees you as someone that they can have as a life partner. They see you as someone they can make these choices and decisions with. That's the thing, when you have someone that you are going to be with long term, you should feel like you can trust them making a decision for the unit, but also you can trust them with your heart, with your feelings. We have, I apologize for the times my words stung you. So that kind of goes with the, I may have not always had the right words. So this person struggled with their communication at times. They may have, said things that just didn't really resonate with you, or really resonated with them in a sense, like, they didn't know what to say. So they just said something and it come out right. The delivery was wrong. Going to communication styles again, like understanding that delivery matters too. We have, let's build a legacy together. So this person definitely wants to build a future with you, because you all have that solid foundation as well too. So another thing that I pick up here, some of you have, originally started off as friends, or just like, in the sense of like you just associates or some type of friendship, and that over time allowed that person to feel like they could trust you, bit by bit. But now they really recognize like, wow, this person is an amazing soul that I know that I can be vulnerable with, and I can share my goals and my dreams and my fears with, and I have to question it if they're going to like hurt me or do anything intentional to hurt me. Alrighty, now let's get some final love messages, and then we'll be done with your reading. I'm going to move these over to this side. We have, I can still feel your energy surrounding me. So this person wants you to know that they've always felt you around them. They've always, recognize how beautiful your energy is, how light your energy is. They also want to say, like, I hope you can recognize that their energy has been around you in terms of a protective way. We have, now you are enough, you will always be enough. I feel like this is connected to actually both of you. So like both of you realizing that you are enough and will always be enough. There's nothing more that you have to do, to showcase, who you are, or that you're worthy, that you're valuable. Like, it's already apparent, right? So don't forget that. Don't ever feel like you have to do more than, just exist to show people quote unquote show people that you are enough, because you don't even have to do that. We have, I wish you knew how much I really miss you. So for those that may not be really talking to this person right now, or maybe you're at odds, they really do miss you. They've been thinking of you. We have, wow, look at that. As we're talking about love languages, communication languages, we have, one of my love languages is physical touch. I love it when you place your hands on me. So that's another thing. So maybe one of you has a love language of physical touch, and it wasn't really, addressed in the past. And so now that you know what that person's love language is, or they know your love language is physical touch, there's more intimacy. There's more hugs. There are more kisses. There's more affection. And let's get one more card. We have, I want to apologize to you. So this, wow, we got apologize here too. So we have 2 apology cards. So this person definitely has come to realization of where they fell short in this connection. They also are addressing their lack of accountability maybe in the past. And so they want to show you and let you know, like, hey, I apologize. I did not do X, Y, and Z. You didn't deserve that, so let me make it up to you. Let me show you that I am making better decisions. Let me show you that I'm making better decisions when it comes to choosing my words and communicating things with people. And so I would definitely say, give that person the opportunity to show that to you. And it looks like things will work out really well with you all. Okay. So I hope you all enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate the love and the support, and I wish you all the best. Hey, pal number 2, this will be for those that selected the words of affirmation card. So this could be your love language or your person's love language. Alrighty, so let's get into your cards, and we're just going to kind of get the messages from the oracle cards of like what this person is working on to love you better, and then we'll get some love messages. We'll also get like a timing card as well too. So the first card that we have here is engagement. We have memories. We have self-abundant. And then we have groom. This is a beautiful energy that I'm picking up here. Like, this person has really been investing their time and effort into becoming a better person, not only for you, but for themselves, is what I'm picking up here. As I look at these cards and feel the energy for you and this person, it seems that there has been so much clearing that has occurred, and I feel like this light energy between you. I'm just smiling right now. It feels great. I love how the first card is the engagement card, and then the last card is the groom card. This is what I see and pick up on. Like, in the beginning, this person had good intentions and an idea of like what they wanted for themselves in their life. However, they needed to work on matching that vision internally. And I'm talking about emotionally, I'm talking about mentally, spiritually. But over time, they realized that in order to truly get to where they wanted to be and where they've always desired to be, they needed to change. And we can't expect different outcomes and results if we're continuously repeating the same behaviors, the same patterns, right? And so the fact that the groom card is the last card just shows me that this person has finally learned and grown from these life experiences. And I kind of look at the memories as like the life experiences card, because there's different memories are your past experiences, right? And so this shows us that they are ready to fully commit to their vision and their goals. They are fully ready to commit to love and to you. No games or immaturity this time around is something that I'm picking up too. Another thing this person has been working on to love you better is just honestly loving themselves better, right? And that is so powerful and so true. You cannot expect someone to love you if you do not love who you are, if you do not feel fulfilled within, if you don't feel self-abundant. You just can't expect someone to shower you with so much love and outpour of love if you don't even do that with yourself, right? It's not saying no one can love you. It's saying that you can't expect someone to come in and just try to fix everything for you and then you're just healed. No, like we should never have the expectation that someone should be coming in to save us from ourselves, or someone should be coming in to save us from the pain. It's more so like, what can I do to help myself get through this and to heal? And then of course someone can come along the way to help you along that journey, but it's like ultimately it is our personal work to do, right? And of course we can meet people who help us along the way, which is beautiful. But I really feel like, another thing this person is working on is that they're being thoughtful of their actions, because they know what is said and done is said and done, meaning you can't go back from it. Like once somebody says like, I hate you, you're going to remember that. You're going to remember those words. And it's not saying this person's ever said that to you, but words matter and they stick with us, right? That's why we have the words of affirmation card. And I feel like too, there could have been a disconnect in terms of that love language, where it wasn't always expressed their love or how they felt about you. And so with that being said, this person wants you two to share memories that are pleasant, that are peaceful, that are loving, that are authentic. So you wouldn't have to worry about this person saying or doing anything that they will regret later. Like they're learning to watch their words. They're learning how to be mindful during Mercury retrograde, because typically that's the time where people's relationships get really tested because of the intensity of the retrograde. But also too, just like other things in general in life, like when someone's having a bad day, do you take it out on your partner, or do you find a way to cope with it to where you're being respectful and consider it that, hey, this person didn't do anything wrong to me, so there's no need for me to be mean to them, right? Because you have folks that will do that. They have a bad day and they feel like they have to be mean to everybody that's around them. And then lastly, some of you may just be meeting a brand new person that from the start they already they're captivated by your energy, and because of that they're ready to just kind of just jump right into it, but also too, they've been calling it in, calling your energy, manifesting you as you may have been doing with them, right? And so because of this, you two just kind of jump into things and it just flows well, because it's a deeply rooted soul connection and both parties are ready to commit and are ready for longevity. So honestly, this palette is pretty much straightforward when it comes to channeling the messages from these cards. I honestly feel I can see how proud and excited you would be seeing how much this person has grown up, how much they have changed and just evolved over time. Or even if this is a new person, like how much this person is different from your exes or different from people that you've dated in the past. And then, you see things just move forward. And it's not like, oh, it takes like another 2 to 3 years. It's like, no, it's instantly. Things are just progressing with this person in this connection. So I love that. I'm getting a couple of you may have like met this person in high school or in college, like around those years, and then it's like time went away, and then both of you grown up, got your jobs or careers, and then it's like boom, you see each other and it's just like a breath of fresh air. All right, so let's get some love notes, love messages from this person. We'll start off with the taste of honey. Or actually, let me grab a timing card. So the timing card gives us an idea of this connection. Like you've seen these changes in this person. Let's see what we get. Any signs to know when it's time. All right, so we got 2 cards. So we have number 34, sunflower, action. So remember how it says kind of like instantly. It's like boom. So that shows us too that there's no delay here. Like it's happening very soon. And then we have number 16, anchor, stability. And I noticed both of the numbers equal 7. So 777 could be a symbolic number for this connection. But even too with the stability card and the action card, it's like the next steps that are happening are for long term. It's longevity this time around. It's not, in and out energy. It's not, hot and cold. It's not casual. It is serious. It's commitment. That is why you have the engagement card. That is why you have the groom card. And now that I'm thinking about it, in this card, this is the episode where, he was officially proposing to her the right way. If you are familiar with the show, you know why I said the right way. But the idea is that even in this card, he's proposing to her. And so this just shows me like this is someone you can definitely spend the rest of your life with. This is someone that you can at least have a long, serious relationship with at some point. Because some people don't always want to get married. But the idea is that there's commitment here. So now let's get into the love messages. I already shuffled them, so I'll just kind of pull from the top. So we have fly away with me. So kind of like, you two getting away. I see some of you actually, what's the saying? Eloping, eloping, going somewhere and just getting married, maybe even going to a courthouse and just getting married because you don't want to waste any more time. That's why it's like, boom, action oriented, fast paced movement here, because with the sun as well, the sunflower, and the sun is a really great card to get in tarot. It represents, clarity. It represents, abundance. It also represents, just the light at the end of the tunnel. So basically reaching the end of the tunnel, and there's no longer any uncertainty, right? Everything is clear. There's consistency, there's leadership, there's movement. And so that's what we see here. So that, you see the shift and you just move towards it. There's no question it now. We have let's chill and listen to music together. So that could be a love language too, like just music in general. Like, hey, sending each other songs. Like, when you think of me, what's the first song that comes to mind? Or like when you're missing me, what's a song that you listen to remind you of me, type of thing. We have this is a sacred bond. So once again, like showing you that this connection is, authentic. It is special. It's unique. Of course, everything has its, its moments. Nothing is perfect, but knowing that you two can get through anything, knowing that there are going to probably be way more good memories than bad memories with this person, and knowing that is important to remember, right? Next we have I love your sense of humor. No one makes me laugh the way you do. So there's just a lot of good vibes and energy with this connection, with this person. You don't have to worry about sometimes people can't take a joke. So it's like you're super funny and silly, and this person is funny and silly too. Of course, one of you might balance each other out to where it's like, okay, someone knows how to be serious at the moment. But the idea is that you can, enjoy yourselves and not feel like you have to fit in a certain box with them. We have I love sharing meals with you. You're the best company. This person's love language has to be like quality time. I'm just picking that vibe up just because they love spending time with you. They want you to fly away with them. They love your sense of humor. Like, they just really love your energy and being around you. We have I send you signs of my love when we're not together. So remember how I said with the songs, like asking them like, hey, when we're not together, like what song do you listen to? Or like, what's your favorite love song? What's your favorite, song that's about intimacy? What's a song that you think describes me the best? Like, whatever it is, it's like, they could be sending you those type of songs throughout the day, or you can keep hearing a song over and over again. You can keep singing certain numbers over and over again, but that's their way of communicating with you. We have sometimes I get nervous when I think about how much I love you. So this is something too where we might not know how to express what we're thinking or feeling, and that's why we use music, right? So this person can feel very strongly about you and never said it into the words of communication to you, but there's a song they think of, they're like, yep, that's exactly how I feel. So that's why it's always fun too to share music with each other, because that can help them express what they're feeling and what they're thinking. We have tell me your love language. Let me love you the way you want to be loved. So this kind of highlights what we've been talking about, your card actually being a love language, and then how I said quality time might be their love language as well too. So this person cares about loving you correctly in the right way, the way that you need and want to be loved. And know that it's okay if things change over time, in a sense of like, in the past maybe your love language was physical touch, but now you really appreciate words of affirmation, you really appreciate acts of service, right? So that is okay, because you're still learning each other, you're still growing and healing, and so nothing will ever be the same for eternity, right? In terms of like your love languages, they can definitely change. Your vibe matches my vibe, so you two definitely are on the same page, same wavelength, same frequency. It's just always a vibe with each other, right? Let's get one more of these, and then I'll get my other deck. We have I'll always protect you, sweetheart. So this person wants you to know, like, you will never be in harm's way. You will always be protected. You will always be loved. You will be able to feel like you're safe and can be safe with this person. And they'll feel that way about you too. Okay. So now let's get some sparkles of love. We'll be done with our reading. We have, I'm keeping an eye on you by watching your social media. So this person, like I said, some of you may have not, really been in communication with them like that, especially like, let's say you met in high school or you met in college, like those type of years, and you remain social media friends, but you never really communicated a lot afterwards, right? And so this person may keep an eye on you that way. They may also, if you do know the person now and you met them now, they might try to keep tabs on you, like, okay, what this person's into, who's liking their pictures. People do that. Next we have, look at that. Wow, look at this. One of my love language is words of affirmation, which is your card for your pile. It means a lot to hear the words I love you or I am proud of you. Somebody in this connection has that love language. It could literally be both of you, honestly. But the idea is that matters now. So like I said, it may not have been a big thing for you in the past, or may not have been a big thing for this person in the past. But as you grow up and as you heal and you recognize things about yourself and your needs, you start to realize, like, you know what? I do want to hear I'm proud of you. I do want to hear I love you. Like, that matters to me. And so there's definitely this energy that somebody in this connection feels great when they are told loving words and, receives that type of communication. We have, I will admit that I did act childish and that ruined our connection. So that could have been something that caused the disconnect. That could have been something that caused like the breakup or the pause point in this connection. Someone wasn't really, they weren't mature enough to handle certain conversations, or they weren't mature at all. And so that caused a delay with the union. But it definitely seems like this person is ready to show you, like, hey, I've grown up. I'm about my stuff now. I'm not playing games with you anymore. I'm not playing games with myself anymore. We have, I have to break these toxic habits and behaviors. So this is something else this person has worked on, breaking through that, healing through that, right? And how I said too with the memory card before, these are past experiences, right? And so they may have realized, like, in that moment they were acting childish and immature, didn't recognize it, but as they reflect and they kind of thought back on different things and reflected on those memories, you know what, I need to break through these toxic behaviors and patterns and habits, because this is not healthy. This is not something I want to keep doing. All right, next we have, I wish that I could give you the one thing in life that you always wanted. So this person definitely, wants to shower you with love, but also be there for you, be everything, that you need and want in your partner. Let's get one more card. I feel like your pile is getting a lot of extra cards so far, because pile want to get as many cards, but there's a reason for everything. We have, look at that, only you, just only you. I guess that's what Spirit is saying. It's like, only pile 2 would get all these extra cards. So they want you to know, like, it's only you. It's only you, and it's only them. This connection is sacred. This connection is, special. Okay? So I hope this resonated with you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate the love and the support, and I wish you all the best. Alrighty, pile number 3. This will be for those that selected the Old Feelings card. So we're going to go through the oracle cards here and just get a feel for, like, what this person is working on to love you better at this time. And then we'll also get a timing card to just get a feel for, like, the energy of everything. And then we'll get some love notes from 2 different love messages decks. So your first card is Red Flags, Stop. Your next card is the Lovely Divine Masculine. Next is Twin Flame. And then finally, Freedom. I love that. Okay. So let's get a feel for, like, what this person is working on at this time. I actually love that the Red Flags card came out first, and then the Freedom card is the last card. I love that. This shows me that this person you are meant to be with comes to you finally. And, like, here's why they're able to show up in your life. The first reason I'm picking up here is because they are no longer involved in or entertaining any toxic, unhealthy behaviors, as well as people. Like, there's no more avoiding the red flags, especially within themselves. Like, they're learning, the different areas that they had to grow up in, but also to heal from. That's another thing that I pick up here too. This person has become wiser when it comes to who and what should receive their energy. And that is a skill that a lot of people don't really understand or have all the time, because they feel like, oh, people just come to me, like, let me just welcome everybody in. But it's like, no, not everybody deserves your energy or your time, right? And you have to be selective about that. And I feel like this is something this person is learning. They may be someone that's kind of popular, or just people just always kind of gravitate towards them, and they're just like, oh yeah, this is my friend, this is my friend, this is my friend. It's like, no, not everybody is your friend, because not everybody has good intentions, and not everybody should have access to you as well too. And it's okay to tell people no. It's okay to not always hang out with certain people all the time, right? So that's something that I pick up here. I also see that this person does their best to help you both grow, meaning if they are aware of your triggers, they don't do anything knowingly or intentionally to hurt you, right? Now, there's a difference between you have a trigger, it's never been talked about, it's never been discussed, you didn't even know it was a trigger, and something happens and it like activates it, and it's nothing like in a sense of like they do something that's horrible. It could literally just be saying a certain word, or saying or forgetting something, and it's just like you go down this rabbit hole of like pain, but you didn't know it was a problem. So it's like they don't intentionally do that, right? Because of course you're going to learn over time. You have different triggers that you weren't even aware of. Like, no one is going to know all of their triggers by the age 30. No, you're not going to know all your triggers by the age 30, right? So the idea is that they do their best to work with you, right? They do their best to be with you, and support you. Another example I'm thinking of too is like, let's say you're afraid of clowns and you never mention it, and this person surprised you with a card with a clown on it, and then you just go down this rabbit hole of just like being traumatized. That wasn't intentional, because they didn't know, and because you never communicated it. So it's like the communication piece is important here too. So the idea is that whatever the triggers are, whatever the pain stems from, it's going to be communicated and shared, and making sure people are respectful of that. It's also interesting here too that we have the Twin Flame and Divine Masculine card out for this pile. This person recognized the divine energy that they hold within themselves, as well as the beauty and the significance of this connection. It's something that I'm picking up. They really worked through some of their fear here when it came to love and relationships. So that's another thing that this person is working on, to love you better, right? I get that you were working through that as well too. So not everyone you meet is going to hurt you, because you don't have control. How do I word this? Like, you can have like intuition about things, but it's like you won't always know every single thing about every single person that you ever interact with. And so the idea is that because you both have a fear of like control, in a sense of like, because you don't know what's going to happen if you let someone in, or you let someone have your heart, or whatever, quote unquote, it could be scary. And so that could have been something that person was afraid of in the past, but now they're not afraid of it, because they know that they can trust you, and you know that you can trust them. And I also see that I said that this person has gone through a great deal of healing when it comes to choosing love, right? And with that being said, it's like they're able to really show more of who they are. They're able to really, how do I word this? Just show up authentically as themselves, right? And notice how the sun here is in the sun of the Twin Flame card. So it's like they are ready. And so maybe you're ready now, maybe you weren't ready as well in the past, but it's like both of you are ready to connect. Both of you are ready to really put yourself out there and just be free in love, to choose love, and not feel like, oh, I gotta stop, I'm getting too close to feeling like I'm in love, I'm getting too close to, how to word this, like opening up. So that could have been an issue in the past too. Another thing I want to say, every time I look up at the clock on the timer of like what I'm recording, I saw 333 and I saw 555. So those numbers will be significant for your connection. 555 is a great number for transformation and changing as well too, and shifts. So that's a great number to have for this type of connection and what we're picking up here with these cards. But just to summarize everything, is just like what they worked on to love you better is just like no longer entertaining toxicity, unhealthy behaviors, people, freeing their mind and prioritizing the desires of their heart, tapping into their divine masculine, divine feminine energy within themselves, understanding their triggers and prioritizing their healing, and just also being emotionally available and communicative. And some of the things that I pick up here. So now let's get a timing card just to get a feel for when some of this like reconciliation or reunion will happen. All right, that's funny. So pile 1 only got 1 card. Pile 2 ended up getting 2 cards, and you ended up getting 3 cards. So maybe each pile is supposed to have the number that their pile number is. Okay, so we have, wow. So this card, I've never gotten this card yet in this deck. So the fact that you get it first is beautiful. So we have number 8, heart, which is love. I love that. And she's holding the heart in her, like her purse is a heart. I love that. And then we have number 44, Firefly Wonder. That's another angel number for you too, because we have 8 and then 4 plus 4 is 8. So 888 as well too. And then we have number 39, Water Surrender. So this shows me that basically as you continue to surrender, this connection deepens. This connection, it becomes more and more beautiful over time, right? And so, like I said, they're working on this stuff and have been working on this stuff. You are probably working on this stuff too. So it's like everything is just literally flowing the way that it's meant to. And I get that probably within the next couple of months, you're going to either come together, like reunion, reconciliation. It could be a brand new person, but whomever, it's just like the idea is that within the next couple of months, that is when this relationship transform to like this beautiful union between you two. So like taking it to the next level. Let's say you're already together, so like getting engaged, or if you are let's say like already boyfriend and girlfriend, or like in a relationship, you move in together. Like I see progress, I see movement. So now let's get some love messages from this person. We'll start off with a taste of honey, and then I'll get some from Sparkles of Love. I'm going to shuffle them up a little bit, and then I'll pull from the top. All right, so we have our roots run deep, and this will help us grow tall. So I kind of said like this is a deeply rooted connection. This is sacred. This is, a one in a lifetime type of vibe and person in a sense. And I mean, they are your twin flame. They are your divine person. And so that's why it feels so, how do I write this? That's why it feels the way that it feels, honestly. You just can't put it into words. It's just a unique feeling. It's a unique connection. We have take care of your heart, mind, and body. I want you to feel your best. So this once again goes into the idea of like prioritizing self-care, prioritizing your mental health, your emotional health, choosing yourself, choosing self-love, choosing, to love, right? Because if we always let fear overtake our heart and our mind, we're going to psych ourselves out. We're going to become depressed. We're going to become, anxious. Next, we have you give the best gifts. I feel like you really know me. So this person feels like, you are someone that just has a very naturally abundant, loving, giving heart. And so they appreciate that. They love that about you. We have our love is so natural and pure. So this is I think I said that too, like them, being able to be authentic with you being authentic with them, like you're able to open up and be free with one another. And you don't have to worry about judgment. You don't have to worry about feeling weird or being weird. Our friendship makes this connection solid. So you two may have started off as friends in the past, or maybe things just kind of played, started off really slow and casually, and then over time it just like worked up, and then both of you realize like, wait a minute, this is more than a friend. This is more than just like a casualty. We have beautiful exactly the way you are. So like, embodying and embracing the natural beauty within your heart and within your soul, but also physically, and them learning that about themselves as well too, knowing that they are good enough, that they are special enough. We have the time has made me love you more. So sometimes, the saying distance makes the heart grow fonder. And of course, if you're in a twin flame journey experience, you know that there's always going to be times where there are delays. There's going to be times where there are pauses, right? And so that distance, that time apart definitely would typically make you miss and want that person more, but not like in a desperate way, but more so really appreciating the love and the connection that you do share with them. We have give me more time, baby. I'm becoming my best self. So that's literally what I just said. Like, you appreciate each other more. You also learn more about yourself because now you don't have this, I won't say the distraction, but you don't have this thing in your face anymore. So you have to like process everything on your own. You have to really navigate through life a little bit differently because the thing that you really want is not there at the moment. So, how do I shift through my life? How do I, transition to this next part of myself to be the best version of myself? And, making sure that if we were to ever reconnect, that they, are ready for me and I'm ready for them type of thing too. We have want to get matching tattoos. So this energy of like, you two are one and the same. You two are just connected. And then we have I want to build a home with you. So that stability, the feeling of home. Like you feel like home to this person. All right. So now let's get some sparkles of love and we'll be done with our reading. All right. We got some cards that fell out. We have, I'm ready to take my mask off and show you the real me. So this person is ready to be them true selves. Notice how too in this shirt, he's unbuttoned his shirt and he's like, kind of showing his chest and everything. But he's like, I'm showing you my bare soul right now. I'm showing you my heart. I'm showing you who I really am. We have, we should finally talk about everything and clear the air so we can move forward. So like I said before, some of you may have had a pause or there may have been a miscommunication in the past or it just didn't work out, and it's like, now let's talk about it. Let's reconcile. And if you notice here in this card, old feelings, it says sometimes those feelings never go away. Someone has you on their mind, or maybe you are the one that has someone special on your mind. So the idea like the feelings never went away, the vibe never went away, right? You match each other's vibe and energy. And so it's like, okay, let's see if we can work things out. Let's see if we can figure out what's next for us. We have my spirit is happy because you touched my heart. So the love that you have given this person is just unmatched. I love that you get the heart card. And remember how I said this one also doesn't really come out often either. So I love how that comes out, and then it matches the theme of the heart with the love, like this caring connection, this ability to be vulnerable and to just also, not be afraid to love and not be afraid to show your heart and let someone inside, And I also get the vibe too with this card. This shows us that the different parts of romantic love should never be forgotten, right? So the courting stages, the gifts, the flowers, the chocolates, the candy, acts of service, like all of that, including love languages, like, not forgetting that and embracing that. Next, we have, are you still in love with me? Do I still have another chance with you? So some of you, like I said before, when you're in a twin flame journey, there's pauses, there's delays. And so they want to know, is there a chance? Could we reconcile? Could we get back together? Could we, get back into this space of where things were just beautiful or can be beautiful? We have, I know things aren't what we want them to be, but maybe it is for the best. So at that time when there may have been a separation or, been a pause, it might have sucked. Like, oh my gosh, I don't want this. I want us to be together. But it was for the best. It was for them to become the better version of themselves. It was for you to break free and to learn more about yourself. It was for you to love more about yourself and for them to love who they are. So it's like, it had to happen for you all to grow and to come back together. And let's get your final card here. We have my love for you will never end, to infinity and beyond. And remember how I said 888-444? So like, the energy of like 888 as one of your other angel numbers. Think about the number 8. It's literally ongoing. It never stops. It's infinity. It's the infinity sign, basically, right? So if you look at it at 8, and then if you flip it over like this, it's basically the infinity sign. So the idea that the love, notice how that is on the love card. The love that is shared between you two will never end. It will never, you know, how do I say, like, break apart. It will always be there. Okay. So I hope you all enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate the love and the support as always, and I wish you all the best.